Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Paweleck-Bellingrodt, and I want to tell you a little bit about me and the services that I offer. I'm a clinical psychologist who is licensed to practice in most states in the United States. Thank you, COVID. I have a virtual practice now. I attended the University of Texas at Austin for my undergraduate degree in psychology, and then went on to Baylor University to pursue my doctoral degree in clinical psychology. While in graduate school, I was selected for the U.S. Army's Health Professions Scholarship Program, one of the highest honors of my life. After completing my work at Baylor, I was chosen for a residency at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C., So I lived in that area for a year and completed the residency. After that, I went on to complete Army medical and mental health training at Fort Sam Houston in Texas, as well as aeromedical psychology training at Fort Rucker in Alabama, which is all about aviation psychology. After my training was all completed, I served as an active duty psychologist at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, southern Arizona. Upon honorable discharge from the military, I opened a private practice in Sierra Vista, Arizona, which is the community surrounding the intelligence post there. In 2006, I moved to the Phoenix West Valley and established a private practice, and that's where I am now. Again, my practice is completely virtual. I've been practicing in the field of psychology for more than 2 decades at this point, and I obtained my license to practice completely independently back in 2003 when I was still in the military. Over the years, I've obtained a wide range of experience in the field of mental health. I've worked with all sorts of populations, from elementary school, juvenile delinquents, veterans, the elderly, and then military service members and their families. I've conducted research on the effectiveness of mental health treatment in a community mental health setting. And I've also authored countless resources, articles relevant to both military and civilian populations, blogs, as well as a book, Fix Your Freaking Marriage, Practical Tips to Just Start Somewhere. I'm currently working on my second book as well, so stay tuned for that. I've lectured to medical and mental health providers at various hospitals and other agencies as well, sharing with them about how to incorporate mental health into their practices. I've also supervised doctoral psychology students as part of my private practice, which has been one of the most fun and rewarding parts professionally for me. So all of these experiences taken together have cultivated in me a desire to work with a variety of individuals, couples, and families from all walks of life and with a wide range of physical and psychological challenges. I find my work to be very rewarding, which is what keeps me coming back. And I'm always honored when someone trusts me enough to be open, honest, and brave enough to share his or her life story and allow me to help in the journey to improved psychological functioning and a greater quality of life overall. It's a very rewarding career that I've chosen, or that chose me, depending on how you look at it. So in my practice, I operate from the premise that the mind and the body cannot and should not be separated when working to improve the health and well-being of an individual. Instead, I see the relationship between mind and body as a reciprocal one. In other words, your mental health can affect your physical health and vice versa. In fact, there's now a wealth of research to support this idea about this reciprocal relationship. It's common sense, really, if you think about it. If you're stressed and coping in unhealthy ways, such as decreased sleep and increased alcohol consumption, not taking care of yourself, your immune system can become weakened. And then that may result in greater susceptibility to everything from the cold that's going around the office to high blood pressure to autoimmune diseases. Psychological distress can make pain worse, you name it. Now, because of this mind-body connection, my personal assessment and treatment approach involves a biopsychosocial approach. So this methodology involves assessing a person's physical health history and biological predispositions, as we know that genetics can play a role in the development of both physical and psychological or mental health conditions. We can inherit just about anything from our gene pool. As part of the assessment of psychological functioning and available support networks, I also investigate each person's spirituality. Personally, I'm a believer in Christ, and I believe that a connection to something larger than ourselves is crucial to living a healthy and fulfilled life. It helps us make sense of things. In addition, my approach to therapy tends to be pretty direct because I don't want to waste any time getting a patient the relief he or she is looking for. Let's get right to it. My approach to therapy also includes a deep dive into family history, what I call beginning at the beginning, because we are the sum total of all of our experiences in life. I can teach you coping skills and tactics of all kinds to overcome your challenges. But if you don't understand how you got where you are, why you think and behave the way you do, that's just putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. I always say you have to go through it to undo it. Bandages won't suffice when surgery is what's really required.